So Caitlin Clark is averaging against her over the since 2023, averaged 40 points per game.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. Mm-hmm. She has it. She's got the thing.
Angel has maintained contact with me. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship.
Draft night is usually a celebration, a moment of triumph for young athletes achieving their dreams. But this year, the WNBA Draft wasn't just about handshakes and smiles. It turned into an unexpected firestorm, ignited by a bold, almost unthinkable move from one rookie towards the face of the league. She thought she was taking a shot at the queen, but what happened next proved she only managed to hit herself.
Tonight was the WNBA Draft. The young lady out of TCU has been reunited with Angel Reese.
She was remarkable, on top of the fact that she had to deal with so much hate when she got to the WNBA.
Picture the scene, the spotlights, the cameras, the future of the WNBA gathered. Full of anticipation, Hailey Van Lith, a talented guard fresh off a journey through top college programs, is drafted. It should have been her moment to shine, talk about her team, her excitement. But instead, she chose a different path. Leaning into a pre-existing, perhaps manufactured rivalry, she threw a direct jab that echoed through the arena and instantly set the internet ablaze. Phrases like, "give flowers to the legend," "cut Caitlin," were tossed out, quickly followed by comments interpreted as veiled shots at those who seemingly got handed everything or rode the media wave. It was clear who she was talking about. Caitlin Clark, the Iowa phenom who had just brought unprecedented attention to the sport. It was a bold, calculated risk, a challenge issued on the biggest stage possible, but she seemed utterly unprepared for the seismic wave it would unleash.
Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in women's basketball, and without her, many fans just aren't going to tune in.
Disaster. What an embarrassing disaster for both ESPN and the WNBA.
The backlash was immediate and brutal. Social media exploded within minutes. Fans erupted, critics pounced, and even seasoned analysts on live television looked stunned. The consensus was swift and damning. This wasn't confidence. It was insecurity. It wasn't a power move. It was a rookie mistake. Commentators labeled it classless, unnecessary, and desperate. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Here was a player, not yet having played a single professional minute, publicly criticizing the very athlete responsible for the massive audience tuning into this exact draft in the first place. The person whose arrival had quadrupled media attention, surged ticket sales, and created opportunities for everyone in the league. You can't build your moment, they argued, by trying to tear down the person who built the stage you're standing on. It backfired spectacularly, turning a moment of personal triumph into a public relations disaster before her professional career had even officially begun.
America sent them a clear reminder. We are not interested in watching pretend basketball.
It's a good thing that maybe she's taking this all-star break off. She's not doing this profession for any of the glitz and glam, any of the extra things. She is here in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever to win championships, to improve her game. And the fact that she was able to decline this, it shows a lot about where her focus lies.
To understand the depth of this miscalculation, you have to look at the tape, compare the resumes. While Hailey Van Lith had a solid college career, bouncing from Louisville to LSU and TCU, averaging respectable points per game, she never reached the statistical or cultural stratosphere of Caitlin Clark. The numbers don't lie. Caitlin didn't just play college basketball, she rewrote the history books. She became the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, men's or women's. She led the nation in both points and assists, a feat rarely seen. She took her team to back-to-back national championship games, captivating an entire nation. Her dominance wasn't just statistical, it was magnetic. She drew crowds, broke viewership records with seemingly every game, and inspired a level of fandom women's basketball hadn't seen before. She faced constant pressure, double teams, and criticism from the moment she started hitting logo threes, yet her response was always the same: relentless performance. Hailey, on the other hand, while gritty and talented, never commanded that level of national attention or produced that kind of consistent game-breaking dominance. Her college numbers, while good, fell short of Clark's historical output, averaging closer to the teens in points compared to Clark's high 20s and 30s.
I'm sorry. You've done something that'll piss off the damn psycho. The Caitlin Clark has made made more all WNBA first teams than Sabrina. There's no stratosphere where Sabrina Ionescu is better than Caitlin Clark.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark.
And how did the Queen react to this public challenge? With words? A social media clapback? No. According to reports and the brief glimpses caught on camera, Caitlin Clark offered only a silent, icy smile. It was a look many fans recognized. The same expression she wore when opponents tried to rattle her during college tournaments. The same look that preceded deep, demoralizing three-pointers. It was the look of someone who heard every word, processed it, and mentally filed it away, already preparing the only response she ever needed: performance. While Hailey Van Lith was generating headlines with sound bites, Caitlin Clark was reportedly in the gym or spotted at a youth basketball camp, coaching kids, signing autographs, simply doing the work. Her message, delivered without speaking, was crystal clear: let the noise happen. I'm too busy building something real.
Hailey Van Lith smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. Oh, her face is like the F. Yeah, it's over. HVL is feeling sick. She cut the cancer out and it came right back. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record.
But Hailey Van Lith, oh, you gave a bad answer. This is a person who has played the last 2 times she played Caitlin Clark. I'm not joking when I say this. Caitlin Clark put 40 on her team's head.
This dynamic speaks volumes about the professional landscape Caitlin Clark has helped create. Forget the narrative spun on social media. Look at the hard economics. League sources revealed ticket sales surged over 300% the moment Clark declared for the draft. Merchandise sales with her name and number accounted for nearly half of all league sales in the past year. Her presence alone brought major networks like ESPN and Amazon to the table, quadrupling primetime exposure. That's not just hype, that's undeniable, transformative value. Other players and veterans in the league understand this. Many have spoken, some anonymously, about the respect Clark has earned and the opportunity she's created for everyone. The game is physical, they say, it always has been, and the best players, regardless of color or background, get played hard every night. The targeting narrative, as some veterans bluntly put it, often misses the point entirely. In this league, you earn your place, and you earn respect with buckets, with impact, with consistent performance that puts eyes on the game.
Now, Caitlin Clark also just celebrated a birthday a couple days ago, and for her birthday, she was in the gym, and she went 50 for 54 from 3 on her birthday.
Hailey Van Lith now finds herself in an unenviable position. By choosing drama over substance on her draft night, she placed herself under an instant, intense microscope. Every missed shot, every turnover, every quiet game will now be magnified, clipped, and posted online with captions referencing her draft night comments. The pressure she created for herself is immense. Reports surfaced after the draft suggesting teams had passed over her due to concerns about her attitude and potential to be a locker room distraction, a point her draft night move only amplified. One scout reportedly stated off record that while she's talented, she's not Caitlin, and no team wants a player who brings more drama than buckets. Ouch. She's not just trying to prove she belongs, she's trying to prove her headline-generating bravado isn't empty.
Okay, good energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right? Oh, I love that energy. We're ready. Thank you so much.
And just days after the draft night fireworks, Caitlin Clark gave her real response. Stepping onto the court for her first preseason game, she didn't need a microphone. She delivered, dropping over 20 points with assists and rebounds, hitting deep threes, and facilitating like a seasoned pro. She showed everyone exactly why the league's momentum follows her. Meanwhile, the cameras occasionally cut to Hailey Van Lith, reportedly still in her warm-up gear, yet to play a single professional minute. The contrast was stark, undeniable. One player was talking, the other was delivering. Caitlin Clark isn't interested in celebrity for its own sake. She's focused on changing the game through her play, and that's precisely what she's doing. But the draft class drama wasn't limited to just one player and her target.
Give flowers to the legend. We're going to start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlin.
The WNBA rookie class of 2024 brought unprecedented attention, and with that came unprecedented scrutiny, not just for the top pick. Another high-profile rookie, Angel Reese, also found herself constantly dissected, particularly regarding her skills on the court versus her immense off-court popularity. While praised for her rebounding tenacity, critics have highlighted perceived limitations in her offensive game, specifically referencing finishing struggles around the basket, even labeling her stats in that area as among the lowest in the league. Adding fuel to this fire was a widely circulated clip where someone close to Reese seemed to dismiss accountability for on-court errors, suggesting mistakes are normal and focusing on getting rebounds instead of making the initial shot. This moment sparked a fierce debate online about accountability, coaching, and whether certain players were receiving genuine feedback necessary for professional growth, further illustrating the intense, often critical spotlight now fixed on the league's young stars beyond just the central rivalry. This highlights another dimension of the pressure and public judgment rookies face, where every perceived flaw or off-court interaction becomes fodder for debate.
While Caitlin is fantastic and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA, there are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
Beyond individual rivalries and skill critiques, this new era of attention also brought a harsh spotlight onto the physical nature of the WNBA itself. Many veteran players reacted to the sudden outcry about excessive fouling and perceived targeting of rookies, particularly Clark, with a mix of exasperation and blunt reality. They pushed back hard against the idea that rookies were being singled out or intentionally harmed. This is how the game has always been played, they argued. They shared stories of their own bloody lips, knocked out teeth, and constant bruises, explaining that the intense physicality is just part of competing at the highest level. Franchise players across the league, regardless of their background, face aggressive defense every single night because the stakes are high. Winning games is how players keep their jobs and feed their families. The narrative that rookies were being targeted or that the game was suddenly too rough was, in the eyes of many who have lived it for years, a misunderstanding by new fans unfamiliar with the league's history and intensity, sometimes framed in ways that completely miss the reality of professional competition. It's a gritty, demanding league, and rookies quickly learn that surviving and thriving requires toughness, not just talent.
The WNBA is a pretend basketball league with one superstar and 143 other players who go unrecognized at family reunions.
So, as the dust settled on a truly wild draft night and the rookie season unfolded under an unprecedented microscope, the lessons became painfully clear. Hailey Van Lith wanted a moment, and she got one, but not the one she intended, proving that taking shots off the court requires backing them up on it. Angel Reese faced intense scrutiny on her game, highlighting the pressure points for all high-profile rookies navigating the pro ranks. And the league itself reminded everyone that the WNBA is a physical battleground where earning respect is done through grit and performance, not just headlines or narratives spun by new viewers. Caitlin Clark, weathering the storms of rivalry, criticism, and relentless defense, continues to prove her impact isn't just hype, it's built on results. Her response, like that of seasoned veterans, comes not from a microphone, but from the scoreboard. In professional sports, talk is cheap. Buckets, impact, and resilience are the real currency, and right now, the scoreboard doesn't lie about who's earned theirs.